Good afternoon and welcome to Lunch Out Loud Ottawa, episode number 30.
30, woohoo!
So we're getting up there. Thank you so much. We actually just reached 5,000 listens to this week, which I never thought we'd get to. So
yeah.
So very thankful for that. We're here live at Jackpine, the digital agency in Ottawa. We're just right now in Chinatown. So before we get to them, why don't we check this out? Alright, so the band you just heard there was Fevers. So they'll be playing Blues Fest at 2 p.m. on the Claridge stage, right after the Steve Adamick band, who we had on a few weeks ago. On the Claridge stage, July 7th. That's a Saturday, right before Everlast. So that's going to be a very interesting Saturday afternoon. I totally recommend you get out there for that. The song right there was Dance, Cry, Dance. That was off their new album, which will be released in a few months. But they just had the single release party a couple weeks ago at Ritual Nightclub, and that was an excellent time. They're actually playing tonight at North by Northeast in Toronto, representing Ottawa. There's only a few bands representing Ottawa in North by Northeast, which is kind of disappointing considering we have the best music in Canada coming out right now. If you do want to catch them again, they'll be playing June 29th at Zaphod's. They've played Blues Fest last year, as well as many of the other festivals that happen in and around the city. So an excellent band.
Check them.
All right. So my name is Nick Baczewski.
And I'm Andrew Miller.
And we are joined today with the creative director, Liam Mooney.
Hi, Liam.
Hello. Hi, yes.
And Tao Sulko, the lead designer and creative director of Jackpine, the leading digital agency in Ottawa. I'd just like to add that.
Hello.
Just because. Yeah, so like we do with all of our guests, that's become tradition, is we want to find out maybe your 3 favorite activities in Ottawa. I know, Liam, me and you bump into each other almost on a weekly basis or a nightly basis on many events around Ottawa, so we share many of the common themes of this city, which is awesome stuff to do, and that this city is not a boring city. So, Liam, why don't you tell us about maybe your 3 favorite activities, or maybe 3 your favorite events that happen around the year in Ottawa that people might not.
What do you like
about.
to do?
Absolutely.
I love to cycle, so cycling around would probably be my number one most favorite activity to do.
Any spots you like to hit up whenever you're biking around town there? You like to end up at a final destination point? Gaze over a beautiful city.
I just like cycling on the street.
Yeah.
There's a palpable energy, and you don't know if you're going to make it. I'm just kidding. But, yeah, no.
Now we got those bike paths, so.
Yeah, I very rarely use them.
But you just like seeing the action on the street, seeing people out,
I can
doing
get
things.
on and off my bike. It's sort of like a choose-your-own-adventure every time I get on my bike, so it's kind of cool. I guess... Wow, what a great question. I think, I like to sort of just take photographs as well. So I take a lot of photographs of typography from around the city and any interesting signs I see. I like to sort
That's
of...
how Ottawa Type started.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, so you start Ottawa Type?
Yeah, well, I had done a photo essay over 2 years of different signs throughout the city, and then we sort of looked at it, and he's got a whole collection of photos as well. And
Yeah. Basically,
That's
how
pretty cool.
I approached it, kind of I saw Liam's pictures, he had a photo essay, so I was like, you have a bunch of pictures here, we could start actually something bigger than just a collection of photos. We could have people submitting to Ottawa type.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of like old type or even like new type, kind of like, because each typology, like each era has a distinct type.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So anything goes, even if it's like not hand painted, it's still type, and it's defined. Even if it's like vinyl, I know it's like not completely super aesthetic, but it has its own aesthetic. So basically, we didn't want it to have some sort of like snobby condensed fonts.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to have like something that actually, like, what is type right now in Ottawa, rather than, oh, look at this super nice,
Yeah, and is there a large gathering in Ottawa that likes to find out about Ottawa type and go, wow, we do the same thing as you?
I think
and
so.
kind of connect with you that way.
I think.
And let's explain this Ottawa type here for those that don't know,
sure.
myself
So it's
included.
a Facebook group.
Okay.
It's called Ottawa Type. People can join the page, and then they're asked to take their phones or their cameras, whatever they have with them, take a picture of any lettering or type that they see around the city
Gotcha.
that they find interesting, aesthetically pleasing, even horrendous, so bad it's good kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then they submit it to Ottawa Type, and we put up those submissions as they come in, usually on Fridays.
Is
That's
there an end goal of the Ottawa type? What if we get all the type out there? What do we do? We have to create new
very
tape.
futuristic, but it's like way far. Like we might make like a old book. Like it's
Who knows?
It's like since you asked like the future, maybe that's gonna be something or a website, because right now it's just the Facebook group.
Yeah.
So we wanted a bit like to test the waters, like how it's gonna go.
Right on. That's
So
cool.
yeah, you asked me three things. So I was cycling,
Yeah, what else
taking pictures of type, and then I walk. I walk around Centertown. I walk.
Do you live down in Centertown currently?
Yeah, I live at Somerset and O'Connor, but I walk every neighborhood almost every night. So I don't walk every neighborhood every night. I walk in the
That's a lot of walking.
Yeah, it would be so much better looking. I mean, those are sort of, super, I guess, conservative answers, but they are definitely three things I do probably every day.
Are these kind of ways that you shape your ideas for what Ottawa could use or Ottawa needs, or, you go around all these areas and you go, this could be done better or something like that?
I think for me it opens up just opportunity, just knowing that, that place is empty, or I saw this sign go up. There's this really interesting street over here. It could be something. Yeah, I think more than anything, it just sort of opens up and highlights opportunity.
Yeah.
And
Creative
just get
juices
to
flowing.
know the city on a more intimate level, beyond just sort of popping in and out of bars or whatever. Like, just try and actually experience it in some way.
Speaking of bars, are there any bars and/or restaurants that you're fairly fond of that you like to frequent most weeks?
Well, I think I like, the Manx is a standard. It's an old standard. It's a classic.
Yeah.
Poor Boy's not that bad. Like
Poor Boy's pretty good. It's
Well,
new.
right up the street too from here.
it's
So
like really
Yeah.
close. Really
Yeah.
close. They have a nice painting. Like,
Yes,
that's
they
probably
do.
like it's just eye popping.
yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
I think if I go to have a beer, I like to have it in a. No, I like the Dom. The Dom's
the
pretty
Dom's
good.
it's pretty good.
Can't beat the Dominion.
Dom.
Quarts of 50.
Yeah.
Not only, but it's like kind of like I feel like the
No
Dom is
pretension.
one of the only like real pubs that like actually doesn't serve food. It's just alcohol.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
So
what you're
you're
going
just
to a
talking
pub
about it,
for.
so-
You don't go to a pub to hang
Yeah.
out with your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think of the award winners for Awesome Ottawa? So Awesome Ottawa was an event I saw Liam at, I think Monday night. Or was it Tuesday night? And
Tuesday night.
It was Tuesday night where Awesome Ottawa, they were finding out who they were going to give their sponsorship, or not sponsorship, their grant, $1,000 grant to this year, or upcoming. And the award winners was the dumpster pools.
Yes, the dumpster pool party.
So what did you think of the dumpster pool
I'm very
party?
excited. I told Kyle McInnes is the gentleman that proposed the idea. I told him, Jackpine would be willing to, if he doesn't win the funding, pony up half of the cost, which would have been $500. And I think in the end we'll probably participate with him and probably do some sort of funding and sponsorship for it, because who doesn't want to have a dumpster pool?
I'm assuming this is exactly what it sounds
We
like.
could make
It's
like a
ex-
Kickstarter.
You're going to turn a dumpster into a pool.
We could make a Kickstarter.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we could do some. So what a dumpster pool party essentially was tagged as is in the Shopify kind of parking lot. You'd run an event where you get a bunch of dumpsters, line them, clean them out, and make them totally swim worthy.
Yeah.
And you have a pool party with DJs and stuff in the market.
Oh, right on.
That'd be something different, but it happens in New York. It happens,
Yeah.
in other places around the world. So,
So
it's
it
another
should happen here.
exactly.
Absolutely.
So it's
It's
another
time.
community
Well,
kind
that'll
of
be
thing.
fun.
It's our time for the dumpster pool party.
Exactly.
I mean,
right.
we can do it in Chinatown. I don't think anyone would mind.
It's already
Without even any
absolutely. We don't even need a license.
We don't even need license. You can
Do it on the
in
Jackpine roof.
at the parking.
Yeah.
Or on the roof.
The other winner was the Movember event at the Bytown Museum, so I'd love to see that as well.
Yeah, well, as a bearded man,
Uh-huh.
I do appreciate the concept of the Bytown Museum
Movember.
campaign. So I look forward to going there and raising some money.
So what's kept you in Ottawa, like Liam and Tao, as opposed to going like, the meccas for creative agencies and digital minds such as yourselves, or Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver? So why stay in Ottawa?
That's a really good question. Because I think in Ottawa there is much left to do, rather than just going there and getting lost in the noise.
Yeah.
Whereas in Ottawa you can be loud and you can be heard. Whereas it's pretty much it. I think we can't change things here.
Yeah.
Rather than going to Toronto and Montreal and
So looking
And
to change things here.
It feels like there's something happening in
something.
Ottawa.
Yeah. Also, like there is a lot of energy. Like there's a lot of startups. There's a lot of people like trying really hard to change things.
The
A lot of
city's going
passionate
through
people, yeah.
some sort of renaissance. I don't know what it is. It's sort of palpable, though. You can feel it.
Yeah, for sure.
And for us, it's a great place to live. It's a great place to do what we want to do. And people surprisingly have been very open to our ideas here. People have this impression of Ottawa as a very conservative, staunchy, stuffy, boring place. And people have been very open to our projects and to our approach. And at first maybe that was a bit surprising, but the more we come to understand the city and the people in it and the people running their businesses here, running their not-for-profits or trying to make something happen, the more we realize that people really are looking for something. They want to... I think there are many people who have said, it's time that we just sort of put this to bed. Ottawa's actually a pretty cool place, and let's do it together. And everyone's sort of arriving at this conclusion at the same time. And for us, it's just the perfect place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you both from Ottawa originally, or?
No.
Where are you from, Liam?
I was born in Toronto and grew up in Scarborough. And, my roots are in Toronto. And
What
I
brought you to
moved
Ottawa?
to
School,
Ottawa
or?
to do a master's degree and work on Parliament Hill, and I thought I had reached the pinnacle, and then decided no, that was a bad idea. So I quit that, and on the same day I quit both my master's degree and my job, and I wrote something like 1,900 personal letters to ad agencies across North America.
Oh, wow.
I had no portfolio. I had no background. I knew I wanted to connect with people. I knew I had ideas to
Creative
share.
ideas.
So I just wrote to every ad agency, and I found a website. It's called the American Association of Advertising Agencies, quadruplea.org, and I was able to find email addresses for every creative director, account director, CEO. And I wrote to every one of them saying, I don't have a portfolio, but I can write. I'd like to be a freelance copywriter. And lots and lots of people said no. Some said whatever. Some people told me to take off. But a few people, Saatchi and Saatchi included, said, we'll take a shot. Let's do some stuff. If you want to write, here. So we got some projects, and I did a few internships at some places. Slept on a friend's couch for 3 months. Cycled all the way out to this agency. Was in Toronto for a bit. And people were like, man, you should be doing more than copywriting. You could do copywriting, but there's probably more you could be doing. And whatever, I want to be a copywriter.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started to teach myself Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, completely self-taught. I wouldn't say I'm a guru. I hate that word. That's why I use it. I wouldn't say I know. Basically what happened is a light bulb went off, and I was able to sort of realize, wow, like that looks good. How does it look good? Why does it look good? Why does it look that way? How come it looks better than other things? Why do I experience this as looking nice or sounding nice?
Yeah.
And basically my entire career, I've been trying to hone my skills so that I can express what I feel looks and sounds nice. So I would make something, and because this light bulb had gone off and I had developed and understood taste, I would make something and I would go, this doesn't look right. It doesn't look like I had visioned it in my head. So I would go back and do it again, and do it again, do it again,
Yeah.
do it again, do it again, and on and on and on. Anyway, been doing freelance for 3 years after I had quit everything. I'd been on and off of social assistance. It's been really tough, but I knew what I wanted to do, and I wasn't going to do anything else. And the other thing that's going on here, I've been fired from pretty much every job I've ever had, or quit. So it's become apparent to me that the best environment for me to be in is one where I'm with a group of people that are committed to doing something really
Like-minded.
cool. Yeah,
Yep.
birds of a feather flock together.
Exactly.
And so basically in January, after 3 years of sort of experimenting and learning and building skills, I said, let's start this agency. Let's start Jackpine. This is something that has sort of been growing for a while, and it's sort of been like a collection of life experience, and we grew from there.
Excellent. So we're just going to take a break. That's an excellent story. I love it. It's a lot of our stories are similar, so it's great.
Follow your dreams out there, kids.
Absolutely. So we're going to go with a break now with Fevers. We're going to play Passion is Dead, Long Live Fashion. It won Video of the Year at last year's Ottawa International Film Festival. We hope to see Jackpine do well at this year's Ottawa International Film Festival.
Well, we'll be screened there. We made a movie that scored second place in the 72-hour film challenge this past winter.
Oh, right on.
It's a film called Senseless.
Awesome.
And if you go onto the internet, you'll find it there.
I'll definitely watch that one again. And you did the music video for Little Stella, so that's excellent. We should have had Little Stella, but they're not at this fest. All right, so we'll be right back in just a moment. All right, so that song was excellent. Passion is Dead, Long Live Fashion from Fevers. So, Liam and Tao, what is a digital agency? First of all, because when people want to hear media agency or ad agency, what's a digital agency, and why start one in Ottawa now?
Okay, so I'm going to answer this question.
Okay.
So
Go
the
for it.
reason why we decided to go describe what we do as a digital agency was because most of the stuff that we do is internet oriented. And of course we also do stuff that's outside of the internet, or like connecting people to brands. It doesn't have to be that, but most of the stuff that is created right now, like visually, it's the potential, it's on the internet. Like the stuff that we create, it's all digital. It's all created with code. even the things that you make in Photoshop that may look, but in the base, that is all digital. Everything that we create is
All
digital.
zeros and ones.
Yeah, and everything like from cameras to all our tools are digital.
Yeah. So what means are you using right now for a lot of your clients? So you're ranging from video to Vine to what are you going with?
Basically, we do all kinds of things. We don't really limit ourselves to, because we're not a design shop in the end. It's an agency. So we're not limited to like just, we have done branding, we have done web design, we have done videos. So there's a wide range of the stuff of it. But where we differentiate, it's not like our niche. It's like how we approach projects rather than the end product.
What is your approach to projects?
So, good question.
That differentiates yourself from the way other agencies would approach.
Yeah. So basically, we start every project by knowing the client very well. By this, I mean like talking, and we don't really like to involve the client in the progress when we're doing things. We'd like to know them like the maximum. When we do really deep research, we find everything, every little thing about them, and then after a brainstorming session, we start on and coming up with an idea and then executing it.
Yeah. So basically, you got to know each client individually. You got to know what their vision is and their ultimate end goal, sort of thing, right? And then
Otherwise,
kind of bring it in together.
Otherwise, we would just be doing pretty things.
Yeah.
But tell us about some of the projects you've been working on lately.
Yeah. What are some of the past things that you've done? And then
The Beach Street Burger, it's one of the recent projects that we're proud of.
It's a very interesting
Beach Street
website.
Burger, I hear it's quite good.
So it's a website called doyoulikeburgers.com, and the user visits the site and it asks you the question, do you like burgers? You have an option, yes or no.
Okay.
And if you click yes, it says, hell yeah, everybody likes burgers. If you click no, it says, wrong, everybody likes burgers. And then right after that, either option, it fades into a website where 36 different people appear onto the screen, and they're being filmed eating their first bite of the hamburger. It's this like sort of sloppy, euphoric mess, this sort of private, intimate moment with a person that you're exposing to the world, and it means a lot on a few levels. One, the hamburger is like the food of the common people. Everybody likes hamburgers. Everyone from Ben Affleck to Stranger Joe.
And people like it so much, even if they don't like meat, they make veggie burgers.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's for everyone.
Precisely, and it's sort of like this idea of like summer or like choice. You can put whatever you want on your burger. It's your way.
It's personal.
It's personal. So we wanted to connect people to the hamburger, and so rather than just make some sort of weird, boring standalone site that looked like every other burger joint in the history of the universe, we said, look, we'll set you up with your basics. You're a guy who's running your business. Like most business owners, you want to do what it is that you love, and that's what you want to spend your time thinking about. Mm-hmm. You don't want to be working on your project or working on whatever it is you need to do and have all these things stressing you out, bottling you, like just sort of going around your mind, like I've got to set up this Twitter page, this Facebook, whatever.
Yeah.
So we're just like, look, man, we'll set you up, we'll take care of your basics, so people can find you on the internet.
Yeah.
And then we're going to build you your experience. We're going to build you something that's going to drive attention to your brand, and that when that brand is getting that attention, well, we've already set up your basics. You've got a basic brochure site. You've got a Yelp account. You've got a Urban Spoon profile. You have a Facebook and Twitter page. They're all branded. Mm-hmm. So now that we've created this digital torrent, like this torrent of digital activity, now we have all this basic stuff, this really fundamental work that basically acts as a net to catch everyone and says, okay, here it is. Here's the site. Here's where we are. Here's where we're located. Here's what's on the menu. Here's our hours of operation. And sooner or later, they're in the shop. He was first place on Urban Spoon for 3 weeks.
Sweet. And where is Beach Street Burgers
it's on
located?
Beach Street in between Rochester and Preston.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. Very good burgers.
I think we had some just walk in the door, didn't you?
Yeah,
I'm
and
excited.
so we did that project, and one other one we'll share with you quickly, and it's one that we hope people will go out and check out and encourage. I don't want to take too much time, but it's basically a Vine project. If you don't know what Vine is, go check it out. Make a Vine. In the caption, you mention @JackpineCo, and you have to make sure that you post the link to Twitter. And what happens is we've created a system where your Vine, your video that you've created, goes directly to our homepage as a video on our homepage. We call it homepage democracy. And we were kind of toying around with ways to like engage people and get them involved in what we do and connect them to our brand. And we thought maybe we could personally, as the agency, take Vines and connect people to the inside world of the agency. And then we thought it would be way cooler if we open it up for everyone.
For sure. And now these Vines, I know these are new. Nick showed me just last week for the first time what a Vine actually is. It's just what, a short, is it 7-second
It's
clip?
like,
or
like how would I describe it? It's like a moving Instagram, basically. Like, is Instagram, you like take shots?
Yeah.
This is also like a square format video of that. So you make the square format video. When you press, it starts recording, and when you release, it stops.
Okay.
So you do this like quick thing. It's like 7 seconds.
Yeah.
It's all the
And
rage
you can
right now.
capture like little moments, like for example, like someone eating something or like sipping coffee.
It's all the rage. Like there was just a report on Twitter the other day that Instagram and Twitter are not very good friends. First of all, because when you click on an Instagram photo, you're taken to another site.
Yeah.
Vine's the same thing, but people are way more likely to leave Twitter to go to Vine.
So Vines is a
because-
completely separate website? It's
Well,
a
if
whole
you're-
other social network?
If you're
Yes.
exactly. So yeah.
Another thing is that Vines, like last week, there were more Vines posted on Twitter than Instagram, which is
Really?
a really
Oh, wow.
Friday
crazy
last week.
milestone. Because
So it's really
Instagram is
blowing up then.
Yeah,
That's
it's
really expanded. So
And is this with any mobile device you can do it? Or am
It's
I out of luck
mostly
with my
Blackberry
BlackBerry
released
here?
Android, yeah.
maybe
They
not with
just
your BlackBerry.
released an Android version.
Yeah, I
so-
don't know if BlackBerry does, but Android and iOS have it.
The new
Right on.
BlackBerry, I think, does.
Okay.
I think the new one. Anyways,
that's really cool.
so just quickly before we end, I guess your thoughts on the future of Ottawa in terms of creative media and keeping students graduating. There's so many graduates. They had the event at Shopify, I think, at the beginning of May, where they showcased all the talent that graduated from.
That was my year.
Oh, that was your grade.
Yeah, yeah.
Was that you guys?
I was that year. Yeah, I just
It's
graduated.
incredible. Where are we going? How are we going to keep all those graduates in Ottawa?
I mean, in the end, there's like no guarantee, and like where like the students are going to go. But in order to keep them here, I think you also need to be like proactive about the way you see like creative flow, collaborating with people rather than just trying to go on your own, which is much harder. And kind of like that's what I find, because the media we create, it's not just like one person's job. It's a collaboration.
Yeah.
We have a programmer, we have designers, we have videographers, and it's a mix. It's a collaboration, and that's how you create great work.
Yeah,
For
that's
sure.
what I really like about Jackpine. You have
Yeah.
the best in every kind of digital medium.
Well, and you guys just locked down a new client. Did you want to talk about that at all? Or?
Yeah, well, we're happy to say that we're now doing work with Beyond the Pale Brewery.
Fantastic.
And
Incredible
it's just
brewery.
in time for Ontario Craft Beer Week.
Yeah.
So
I cannot wait to see
Which
what
is
you guys
coming
do
up.
with that.
yeah, we look forward to it. We've got a couple ideas in the can already. And those guys are great guys.
Yeah.
Rob, Shane, and Al. And that whole brewery, their whole inspiration, their whole raison d'etre, their whole approach to beer and to Ottawa is very similar to ours insofar as their passion and how their company started. So it's a great fit. We're really excited. And, as far as the future of Ottawa's creative scene goes, I think it really does depend on finding people. And that doesn't necessarily have to come from some sort of program. There are unconventional ways to find people. And I think people just need to be open to finding people with the right mind. It's all about how you
Accepting
think.
change and being accepting of that change.
Yeah, and I think you just need to have an understanding of people that's sort of innate and an understanding of technology and the future.
And don't strike it down as soon as you see something new.
Yes.
a lot of people see Vine, they're like, oh no, I don't want it. I don't want this.
Yeah, now I got to learn something else. Jeez.
Be accepted of it, you know? You're going to like it in 2 years anyway.
Right on.
That's always like when people see there's like this process of like denial and then acceptance.
Yeah.
You know,
They wait for everyone else to accept
like
it.
the same thing with, I don't know if you guys see like the iOS thing. Like
iOS
people are
7,
just like talking right now this week, going crazy. Oh, what happened to the
Yeah.
design? And after a month, we all love it.
Exactly. Well, you guys do excellent work, and
Right on.
we can't wait to see the future of Jackpine.
So it's some
I'm
new,
excited.
some new companies starting up there. What's the easiest way to get a hold of you guys to get you to bring them on board?
Jackpine.co, at JackpineCo. That's
And
it.
Facebook, I suppose.
Facebook, Twitter, yep. And,
Right on.
Or
Just-
just Google Jackpine.
just Google Jackpine.
There you
We're
go.
there.
Perfect.
There.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Wonderful. So we'll talk about some events going on this weekend. You ready for that? You ready for this weekend or what?
Well, this weekend,
What's happening?
It's funny. Like, I like going to things. It's a good opportunity to connect with people and sort of see what's going on. But we just work so much. Like anybody starting a company, they can all attest to this. But we do hope to get to Ontario Craft Beer Week this weekend.
That'd be great.
That's going to be something we're.
Which
gonna
events this
definitely get
weekend?
to.
Which events specifically?
Well, there are two next week that we're definitely going to.
Tuesday, I believe.
It is Crafters of the Bruniverse, and the second night is a collaboration between Clock Tower and Beyond the Pale.
So the Crafters of the Bruniverse, that's being held at Brothers
Beer Bistro
Brothers
in the
Beer
Market.
Bistro
Wonderful.
on
You
Tuesday.
got it, yeah.
And then Wednesday's event,
It is
Clock Tower,
at
is that
the
what you
Clock
said?
Tower Pub. I think it is. I could be wrong. It also might be at the brewery.
okay.
I will have to get the details.
Right
We'll
on.
get that.
What else is happening this weekend, Nick?
Well, tomorrow night you got the Casino Royale second annual event. So it's kind of a charity event down at the Brook Street Hotel. It's already sold out, but it's going to be a great time. This weekend you have the New Art Festival that Andrew King was talking about a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, the one at
That's
Central Park in the Glebe.
Central Park in the Glebe. You're right. That'll be a lot of fun. I think the
Is that Art in the Park?
Yeah,
changed
it
its
used to be
name.
called Art in the Park, and
That's
now
how
it's,
Andrew King started his career, I think.
Yeah, around
So it'll be really good. If you guys are downtown,
Started
hit the Glebe up and get down in the park and check out all the artists.
You got the Spartan races at Camp Fortune. So
that'll be
I
fun.
might be doing that Sunday. I injured myself last night. We'll see. Chuck Hughes from Montreal. He's doing book signings at the Chapters Rideau as well as Costco. That's pretty fun.
Cool.
Ribfest starts next week. Cara Vibe. It's a Caribbean festival. The Ottawa edition. It's happening at Petrie Island on the Saturday. That's a lot of fun. You got Mech Bike Fest on Sunday. So testing out new bikes. Maybe you'll be there, Liam, for that.
Petite Rock Fest down in Montebello. Not quite Ottawa, but only an hour or so away. And
That's where you'll be.
That's where I'm going to be, yes.
Of course, Ribfest starts next week. Wednesday night, they're having an event at Parliament Pub where Furious Pete is going to be down. Do you know who Furious Pete is? That guy from Mississauga that destroys eating competitions.
Oh, really?
It's hilarious. Yeah, you have to see
nice.
the YouTube videos of this guy. Amazing.
I need to see
So
that.
that'll be a lot of fun.
Professionally.
All right.
Yes.
Let's try to close out here and get one last song from Fevers.
Yeah, we're going to look at Look Alive off the new album. So you'll be seeing that within a couple months. Next week, we're going to have Paul Meek from Kitchissippi Beer. That's always going to be a
Hopefully
great
some
time.
samples.
Yeah, we'll be at the brewery. There will
All
be
right.
more than enough samples for that. Anyways, have a great weekend. It looks like a beautiful weekend. And have a great day.
Later.
Peace.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.